My name is Nate Morehouse, and I'm an evolutionary biologist. So I'm really interested in how animals perceive the world. I'm particularly interested in how they see and how they make decisions about where to go, what to eat, and who to mate with based on what they can see about their world. I've spent my entire life studying insects and spiders. Ever since I was 3 or 4. I mean, there are stories of me coming to the back door with a bumblebee between my fingers because it was fuzzy and I was barely more than a toddler, and then getting stung and crying and then going and picking another one off a bloom. So I'm stubborn. And I've almost always been fascinated by these small animals. I think part of it has to do with the fact that I grew up in the inner city of Rochester, New York, on a small piece of, a small city lot. And so the things that were most effusively alive in that space for me were the insects and spiders. There were just so many of them, so many different kinds. Well, my parents were really both very supportive of my interest in the natural world. I would get field guides for birthdays and insect nets and things like that. There was a curator at the local Rochester Museum and Science Center named Bob Cooper, and I came to him at a young age with bugs that I couldn't figure out what they were, and he would let me into the collections at the museum, and then I could try to figure it out from the collections. And they also had a small research library. So I think that's when I first really conceived of it as something that somebody could go do as a full-time job. And then after that, I just was kind of off and running. I love to travel, and I absolutely love experiencing new things. And this career affords me travel around the world. And when I'm in a new place, I'm in Singapore, I'm in South Africa, everything's brand new to me. And it's like being that 4 or 5-year-old little kid again. It's all these new kinds of animals and trying to figure them out and watching their lives. So I absolutely love that. I come alive when I'm in the field. But the other part is really helping people along their own journeys in life. That's why I'm an educator, because that's the other part of my job. I absolutely love working with people to go from their point A to their point B. And it's different for everybody. So it's a challenge in flexibility. But I really get a lot of enjoyment out of watching others succeed and helping them to find their own success.
Do you love science? Of course you do. So stay up to date on all things science around Cincy by subscribing to our channel, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter @SciAroundCincy.